Hello, 5th grade. This is Miss Carpenter from John Adams, and today I would like to talk to you about fluency, and in regards to fluency, one particular thing, expression. And when we're talking about expression, we're talking about ways that we can read that might show mood or feeling of the text, or even mood or feeling of the character's dialogue in a particular text. Fluent readers, we know they change the volume of their voices, or they change the rate or speed to show expression. Text also contain clues that can help us read with expression and know how to read with expression. Punctuation, such as an exclamation mark, is one clue that we know that we will need to use a particular type of expression. Readers also look for words that provide clues about the mood or tone. So we're going to look today at this particular text. It's called the Cooking Contest, and I'm going to model for you ways to read with expression. I always love to hear expression in reading because it makes it so much more interesting. And if we're using expression while we're reading, even if we're reading to ourselves, it really gives us a deeper understanding and a deeper meaning of the text to know exactly what characters are thinking or how characters are feeling. So expression is really important when we're talking about reading. So I'm going to look at the cooking contest, and I'm just going to show you how I would read it with expression. So listen to me read. The Cooking Contest. This year, the country fair conducted a cooking contest for the first time ever. Hundreds of people loaded long tables with their best dishes. A famous chef would judge deserved the first prize. The chef carefully tasted a small bite of each delicious dish. Now I want to stop right there, and I want you to listen to the way that I read that very first sentence in the second paragraph. The chef carefully tasted a small bite of each delicious dish. I did change my voice, and I read with expression when I read the word delicious, because something that is delicious to you tastes good. It has a positive tone to it. So I did change my voice there and change my expression as I read it to really help me give myself a better understanding of what I was reading. Now we'll continue reading. She tasted sweet banana pudding, tangy cranberry sauce, spicy curry, silky tofu, and dozens of different kinds of pies. Finally, the chef awarded the third place ribbon to a bubbling pot of clam chowder made by a young man who was going to cooking school. A steaming platter of tamales made by an older woman wearing an apron won second place. Everyone watched as the chef put the first place ribbon on the winning dish, a huge, gooey pecan pie. Now I'm going to stop right there. I hope you paid attention to how I said or read a huge, gooey pecan pie. There I had a slight pause because I can see the comma in between huge and gooey. And as I change the expression in my voice and I say a huge, gooey pecan pie, it shows the expression there as a reader. As a listener and you listening, it keeps you interested as well. So I hope you notice that. So we also have commas that can help us understand when we need to show expression. We have particular words that we know that we could read differently and show expression in our voice. Let's go to the third paragraph. My pie won the blue ribbon, cried a young man proudly. Lots of expression in that particular sentence. And the one thing that I knew that I saw as I was being a reader here is I saw the exclamation point right here where it said, my pie won the blue ribbon. That exclamation point right there lets me know that I need to have a particular type of expression. He's excited here, so I'm going to read it as I am excited. And he cried, the young man, proudly. So he's very proud that he won the blue ribbon. So as we're looking at expression and fluency, we need to really be paying attention to particular things, such as commas, like I did here in huge, gooey pecan pie, or punctuation, like my pie won the blue ribbon. You're going to read that excitingly because that's something that is exciting in the story. So as you're reading this week, and as you are thinking about reading and thinking about your fluency, pay attention to those particular things. Pay attention to punctuation, such as commas. Pay attention to exclamation points or that you might read differently. Pay attention to maybe some different words, even maybe some adjectives like huge or gooey. Different examples like that that you might find in your reading where you could change your expression of your voice. So what I'm going to do now, whoops, sorry, went a little bit too fast, is I'm going to put this entire fluency passage on here for you, and I modeled for you the first 2 paragraphs. I would like for you now to take some time, read this fluency passage here that I have displayed for you, and really try to focus on some of those ways that we can use expression, change the tone in our voice, to make our reading interesting and to really give us that deeper understanding of what's actually happened. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to read this passage. So I hope as you read this passage to yourself, I hope that you were able to see some different ways that we can change our voice and show expression in our reading. I want to talk to you about one more thing before we wrap up this video. Is one thing that helps with expression is just to be sure that you're paying attention to those things. I want to ask you something as you're sitting, listening, and watching this video. When we change our reading and we show expression, it makes our reading more enjoyable and gives us that deeper understanding. We don't want to sound like a robot when we read. And I want to show you an example on how I would sound like a robot when I read. And I'm going to start right here at this particular section, paragraph 3 of the cooking contest. And I'm going to first read it like a robot, and then I'm going to read it like with expression. And I want you to see which one sounds better to you and which one gives you that deeper understanding of the text. So let's get started right here on paragraph 3. My pie won the blue ribbon, cried a young man proudly. Before he could claim his prize, though, there was a commotion in the crowd. That's a lie, shouted an old woman. The pecan pie is mine. The chef was in a difficult position. So I'm just going to stop right there. That was very robot-ish, I like to say. I read it like a robot. I was very monotone. There was no expression in my voice whatsoever. So now I want you to compare it to how I'm going to read that same little section again to you with expression. My pie won the blue ribbon, cried a young man proudly. Before he could claim his prize, though, there was a commotion in the crowd. That's a lie, shouted an old woman. The pecan pie is mine. The chef was in a difficult position. So you can tell the difference of me reading it like a robot and me reading it with expression. And reading it with expression gives that deeper understanding, that deeper meaning of what the story is actually about and what's going on. So as you're reading this week, whether you're reading something in your My Book or whether you're reading something for a reading log or whatever it might be, read out loud. Practice using expression in your reading. I promise you, you won't regret it. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon.